Question. Yes, sir.
For the voice of Phi, did you have like any, well, especially when it comes to Kurogane, did you actually come up with any of your own like names for him?
Oh, I sure did. You're setting me up, aren't you? You know.
A little bit, just a little bit.
You guys that have seen Tsubasa, you know that Phi always has these cute little names for Kurogane. Oh, you know, Kurgi and Kurgi Poo and, you know, Kuropu and Kurgs. And so we were doing this second season, and we had a new director. He'd never worked on Tsubasa. Like, he didn't even know much about the show. He was fresh getting into it. So he was relying a lot on our understanding of the characters. So we got to this one line where Phi says something like, oh, Kuropu, why so serious? And, sounds like something he would say, right? And I saw the Kuropu, and I said to the director, you know what, we've used that one 4 or 5 times. It's a new season. Let's come up with a new one. And he goes, remember, new director, what do you want? What do you think? What do you want to do? And I was like, what would be a good one? Because I mean, Chris Sabat, I love Chris Sabat, who plays Kurogane, so I thought it would be fun to do something that he would hear for the first time and go, Vic Mignogna. And so I'm like, okay, wait, I got it. And so he's like, what is it? Like, I'm not going to tell you. I just want you to hear it in context and see what you think. So he goes, okay, roll it. And so we get 3 beeps to set up the tempo of when we're supposed to start the line. Like, it would be like this. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Kuropu, why so serious? Okay? So this is my line. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Kurger Burger. So serious. So that's my new favorite nickname for Kurogane, is Kurger Burger. All right, who did everybody get a Milky Way? Pretty close? Who loved it the most? Did you love it the most? The one that I gave the things to? Look what I got for you. Yay! Lunch! Okay, question. Ah, my little full metal freak. No, I was making fun, that's what our church said.
I was wondering, Full Metal Alchemist really connects to a lot of people and it helps them through a lot of stuff. And I was wondering, why do you think that is specifically? Why does it help so many people and why does it do that?
Can we close that door? Can we close the door? Thanks, Jude. You know what? You're right, it does. In fact, I just loved when Will stood up here and introduced his brother this morning. Did you guys hear that? And said we didn't get along very well, and then we started watching Full Metal together, and it kind of brought us together. I get so many emails like that, you guys. I get emails from people that lost a loved one, and they found the show and it helped them through a really difficult time. People that didn't have a really great relationship with their mom or their dad, and they got their mom to sit down and start watching this with them, and now, like, the next thing you know, their mom is writing me going, I really love this show, and I love sharing this with my daughter, and dads that say, we sit down and we watch this every week, and I love that. I love it. There is no price tag you could ever put on that gift. The only thing I can say is kind of probably what we would all assume is true, and that is that the story is so well crafted, the characters are so well fleshed out, the relationships between them are they feel so familiar. They remind you of something in your own life or someone. And I just absolutely am so grateful to God for the chance to be a part of this show. I love that it helps people. When you think of it, you guys, when I first started doing this, like a long time ago, none of us even ever conceived that it would ever be, that anime would ever be more than just a weird little kind of a subculture, you know what I mean? It really wasn't that popular and nobody really knew anything about it. We were just making these weird Japanese cartoons and no one really ever thought much about it. But then the bigger it got and the more we started getting into it and the more we started falling in love with what we were doing and the more we started hearing back from fans who really loved certain things, shows and characters, and it would help them and their families through difficult times, etc., etc. Suddenly you step back and you go, wow, this is so much bigger than I ever imagined it would be. And one of the reasons why I take so seriously what I do is because I came to understand how important it is to so many people. And it's not the actual animation. It's not the, it's bigger than that. It's what it brings out of people. It inspires people to be creative. How many of you people draw pictures of characters? Make up some of your own characters? Huh? Write some of your own stories? Huh? See? How many of you learn to sew and make costumes and stuff? See what I'm saying? It inspires, it ignites creativity. You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
When I was your age, and even younger, my mom taught me to use the sewing machine so that I could make my own Star Trek uniforms. And I ate, slept, and breathed Star Trek when I was a little boy. You couldn't ask me a question about the original series that I don't know. I mean, I memorized it, loved it. My mom would take me to Star Trek conventions